Happy Friday, everyone. We are about ready to dig into this blind. We've got what Trent and I consider to be 5 double oak bourbons that might have the possibility to knock off Jack Daniel's 14 year.
We'll see. It's going to be tough. But I did say this in the last video. I do think that if there is one category of whiskeys that we're going to be doing, I think double oak probably has the best chance of knocking out Jack 14 because it can get... It's almost like double aged, right? Because you're taking a standard bourbon and you're finishing it again in some kind of oak barrel, or some kind of barrel, whether it's oak, French oak, whatever. But I guess that would be finished if it's like a French oak thing.
Yeah, Trent and I were talking about that. Help us out in the comments. We always need help. Why are we always asking for help?
Because we don't do any research.
We need help. Because we need help sometimes. Because I was looking at certain bottles. You know, and we've got, of course, with double oaked, you basically have double oaked.
Yeah.
And that's what all those are. But then you have toasted. Okay. And there we were preparing for the next video, which we'll throw it out there at you guys. Finished bourbons. So we have 2 left. Finished, weeded. Those are our 2 categories. And I got the PFG in there and I kind of just went over it on my head with the double oak because on the label it says finished, but it's finished in fine grain oak barrels. Is that a finished whiskey to y'all? Or is that a double oaked? To me, it'd be considered like another double oaked.
I might have an unpopular opinion here, but in my expert opinion, if it's a double oak, or if it's finished, it has to be finished in some kind of like wine, or like I don't consider like a Mizunara finish, another like a double oak, a toast. I don't consider that a finished bourbon. Some people might.
That's another good one, Mizunara.
But in my head, I'm like, okay, if it's finished, I expect it to have some like fruity elements, or it finished in like a tequila cask or something like that. That's a little bit different.
A wet barrel of some sorts is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
To be considered a finished cask.
Yeah. So
let us know what you think.
Please do. I'd be very curious.
All right.
My opinions are usually wrong, but that's the beauty of opinions.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't either. All right, well, let's get started here before we get too long in the tooth.
We're always a little bit long in the tooth, so that's okay.
I get it. But we have 5. A lot of times on our blinds on Fridays, we do 4. So we even have to deal with an extra one with this series. Whose idea was that anyway?
You. All of it. All of it was your idea. I don't think, though, did we have 4 or 5 in the last one? I think we had 5.
Yeah.
It was like County Med 18. It was all those.
I looked it up. I said 4 at the beginning, but I was wrong. Trent goes, no, it's 5.
Yeah, I did say that.
I hate it when he's right all the time.
I'm usually never right, though. That's the thing.
Okay. Well, you know what? I could sip this every day of the week. I mean, it just smells delicious and delightful.
It's hot down here.
You're out of your mind.
It's a million degrees. I'm borderline sweating. Like I'm breaking out almost. I can feel it.
I'll bet you $1 it's maybe 70.
That's disgusting.
If that. Probably 69, 70.
70 in a basement is kind of crazy.
You're nuts. He's out of his mind.
I didn't get a whole lot on the whoa. That gives me like the tail end. It's like if you ate the physical box of Fruity Pebbles. Because I get a little bit of a cardboard note and I get this like Fruity Pebble note. I don't know how else to describe it. There's a lot going on.
I got some fruity note there. I really don't know what. And I'm not sure what you're speaking of. That's the first sip of the day, of course, but I don't know what you're speaking of with the cardboard. But, wow. Full flavor, rich. That was why I said wow.
Just really focus in on the palate and imagine a cardboard box. Like, just a little bit. To me, it has this, not like it almost has like a craft paper note. I don't know how else to describe it.
This is really beautiful char in here.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
It's just freaking delightful, man. That char in there is just to die for. I love it.
It's a dry sip, though.
Yeah, and it's got some molasses in there. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
It's a pretty dry sip.
It delves into those dark, rich notes.
You say elastic?
No.
No? What did you say just now?
Dark, rich molasses.
Oh, not elastic. Okay.
Into that dark,
I was like, that's a new one for you.
Baking spice molasses type notes. Elastic? No, I haven't branched out to you some of your types of notes before.
You know, you have though. I've slowly been rubbing off on you. You've been getting a little bit more into the Trenton notes, and I'm digging it. I really am. I'm glad I have some influence over you, like you've had me over me my entire life. You know.
busboy. I feel bad for you.
Why?
The influence over your life.
Dude, you've never seen somebody sweep drywall corners like this guy here, especially when you're doing it wrong. Yeah. But I was always like, why aren't we just taking a shop vac and getting the corners? Why are we sweeping? I didn't want to lug a generator around. Well, it would have made it.
It's not even that. That's not what we do. We just sweep, but you got to do it right.
You can do it a lot
Gotta
more
do it right.
efficiently,
Take
especially
that
in
hand
the corners.
broom, get under the drop, get all in the corners. You got to get it, dude.
I will say, when I worked at Industrial Revolution in Valparaiso, Indiana, that was my first job. I was a busboy. I frequently, and this is not a joke, got commented on how good of a sweeper I was.
There you have it.
So thanks to the drywall sweeping skills.
There you have it.
That's a nice one.
Did you sip it yet?
No, sorry, I was still on A.
Okay, good.
The only knock against it that I have is that it's a little bit of a drier sip.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello?
I had a stronger aroma coming out
So
of
did
A
I.
than I'd have B so far.
No, I lied. I don't get much of an aroma at all on A.
But this is like rich, dark chocolate. Like,
I'm going to dream about this one.
yeah, it's not as strong of aroma that I got out of A, but my gosh.
This is kind of what Willy Wonka's chocolate factory would smell
I'm
like.
telling you, man.
It really would.
And I love dark chocolate. Oh, Lord.
Dark chocolate is by far the best chocolate.
It's a problem for me.
You get those, what do they call those? The Hershey's, the treasures with the almonds in
I
it?
take anything that's, I love the Milky Way darks. Mounds.
Oh, Milky Way Mounds is terrible.
Oh, come on, get out of here.
You can't do
It's
Mounds.
pretty good, too.
Coconut's bad.
Yeah, no. It's fine.
That reminds me a lot of like just how much I like burnt toast. Because the burnt toast is usually a lot like a darker profile, and this is exactly what I'm getting in this, and it's just
This one has a little bit of a twang going on to it,
does.
too.
I feel like a dried cherry.
And I'm trying
quite a bit.
to find the words to describe it properly to the folks that are watching. I don't know what to say at the moment, so figure this out.
See what you mean. To me, it's like a sour / like a twangy, dark cherry. I get a little bit of a nice leathery note in there, which I can appreciate. It's
There's
not
that
overbearing.
cherry you're talking about. Yeah, like a sour type cherry
Yeah.
there. Really unique for a double oak for me because that sourness a little bit with that cherry note in there. I like the leather too. Definitely has some robust oak notes.
You usually don't get like a sour note from a double oak. That's pretty,
No,
that's
that's
pretty
what I'm
rare,
saying,
which makes it a little. It's distinctively different than in my head, especially on the nose.
I'm digging it, but yeah, it's different. Much different than A.
That's really nice dark profile. It's a little bit more on the earthy side, past that like initial cherry twanginess, but in a nice way.
Yes, definitely in a nice way. I guess for those that might be sipping any of these, it would depend, on your personal palate, how you would accept that or not. But really good stuff.
Just a tad bit astringent at the very, very end.
I get you, and I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away from the overall sip of my experience. It's just kind of something to know. We got to be nitpicky here.
When you pick 5 that you think are some of your favorites, you got to get nitpicky. You on? Yeah, okay.
I know. Huh. I don't get a whole lot. I get a slight butterscotch note.
Yeah, and for me, it almost lends to peanut butter, almost.
Yeah.
In a light way, again.
It's surprising that it's this light for a double oak on the nose. I'll say that. It's taking me back just a little bit.
And there's really only that one note that I'm coming up with, too.
I just got a calamari note.
Almost made me blow snot into my glass.
Maybe that would help aerate it and give it a little bit more on the nose.
Stop.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I get like a fried food type of not like
I don't know what you
Kentucky fried chicken type, but like a nice lightly tempura battered situation.
I mean, I could
Or if you smell the fry oil.
I could act like I know, and just start rattling off a few things to you folks, but truthfully, I'm getting just that kind of like a one general note from the aromas.
if I'm being honest,
Please. There's a little chocolatey fudge note right at the end.
I'm surprised that this is in the 5. I'm just being honest.
I don't know if I'd say that, but it definitely doesn't stand up to A and B. For sure. I do love that. Right on the back end of the palate, see if you get a little tiny bit of that chocolatey fudge note. I think that's pretty good.
I'm getting more of like a pecan, nutty lemongrass, which is strange. If I took a sip of this and I didn't know that I was drinking double oaks, I wouldn't have never guessed that this was a double oak.
I don't know. I get you with that the pecan type notes.
Not the lemongrass though. I don't know how to accurately describe it. It's like
I can't get that one.
waxy, maybe is what I'm trying to.
Okay.
I don't know though. I'm gonna go back to that because that's a really interesting.
Very.
It's kind of throwing me off a little bit, especially after A and B were so.
Oh yeah.
A little bit more distinctly double oak. This one,
rich.
I think this one too is the lightest of the bunch here.
Yeah, and somebody said in the comments that with this particular blind, they didn't feel it'd be a big deal. But moving on, when we get to the live stream, we may want to consider using the black Glens.
That's probably a good idea.
Just because, with double oaks and stuff, you're going to have a much darker color.
But I think we've noted before. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I think we've had several instances in blinds where just because it's darker doesn't necessarily mean that it ends up being in first place.
No, that's true.
I feel like this is a little bit more higher stakes.
I think what the comment was trying to say is that we would be able to identify.
Oh, okay.
But Jack Daniel's 14 is pretty dark too, if you remember.
It is very dark. I've heard they're coming out with an 18 and a 21 too.
Get out of here! Oh my gosh, get out of here! Serious?
Again, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Wow, this is wonderful.
This is what I imagine a really solid Woodford double oak, cast strength, uncut, unfiltered would smell like.
Wow, I wouldn't even thought of it. Yes,
I really do.
Yes,
it emulates that like
so much sweetness in there for sure. Almost has a form of a rickhouse smell to me, along with that glorious sweetness in there. This is just something.
This makes me want a Belgian waffle.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like just with syrup all over it. No butter though. No, never put butter on a waffle. That ruins the waffle.
I'm glad your mom's not down here to hear that. She would argue that for 10 minutes.
Isn't she just over there?
Nope.
At the table?
No.
Wait, where's the table?
No.
Oh no, that's on the other side.
No, she had business to take care of. So she poured the blind, and of course, she 14, folded this thing again for us. So she got some work to take care of.
Daggum. That's like quintessential double oak right there.
Yeah, it is. And now we're back to that rich, robust flavor profile that you get on a really good double oak. Along with that, even in the finish here, that charry, Swedish sweet note is just rolling on.
Which, given the color, I know I just said what I said. I would be very surprised if it wasn't this deep, dark, rich kind of a standard double oak type thing. This is a little bit more dark though, kind of like very ambery looking.
Very delightful.
But that's a very beautiful pour. I feel like this drink's a little hot.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. Great point.
But like in the 120s.
I don't know, dude. I just took that second sip, and I'd be surprised if that's not under 130.
Really?
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I would guess like 122 to 125 would be my range.
All right. Great, though.
It's silky and velvety.
Great
really nice
flavor
overall.
profile
Yeah.
there.
Wow. Okay.
Really some good stuff in there.
Last but oh. This smells like a Bed Bath & Beyond at Christmas time.
Why do you not go in Bed Baths & Beyond?
Well, they went bankrupt.
I don't go in there. But man, I'll tell you what, all those, sweet type, I don't know what you call those perfumey notes. Give me a headache in 10 minutes. So I find other things to do when Rebecca wants to go into places like that.
Well, they went on I used to work at Bed Bath & Beyond, if you guys didn't know this already. Imagine me coming up to you and say, "Hi, I'm Trenton. Can I help you find any silverware today?" And I cooked. I did. I was like a knife expert. You Calphalon, KitchenAid,
I don't know
you name it.
who would trust him with knives anyways. I don't know. I got it wrong though. I'm thinking of that other place.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath
and Beyond. That's different.
I will not go in Bath and Body Works. No, I got you. I'm on your path now. I get it. I still don't see how you can see that. It smells like it, but
it smells like it's giving me this like sweet potpourri.
Yeah, it's definitely
like
some sweet, light Thanksgiving vibes, like spices and stuff that you use. Light caramel.
I don't know why it's like I'm gravitating towards this. It reminds me of like going into a Sears or a JCPenney or like an old department store for some reason. Yeah. Because it's like comforting. And I'm not sure. I don't know if it's like that nostalgia type of a thing.
Yeah.
But it's like maybe it's the asbestos. I don't know.
This is really nice though.
I love it.
Very nice aromas.
Oh my Lord.
And the flavor palette, just the aromas came into play and the flavor just mimicked everything that you smelled for me.
Department store?
I can't say that. But as some of these were in that dark, rich, this is in the middle of the road for notes for me. It's not super dark. It's definitely not light. It's all those real beautiful sweet notes. It's really nice.
So it's interesting because I feel like for E, it's a little bit lighter on the palate. I don't know if that has something to do with the proof. I'd imagine so. And it's a little bit lighter. I am going to bring color into this for a second. These two are the darkest. This one is not too far behind.
Okay.
I will say, though, I feel like this has a little bit more of a well-rounded flavor throughout the sip.
It does.
And then these
really
two
nice.
are a little bit more like up front in your face and then kind of fall.
Oh, yeah. That's double oak. And if you don't like it, don't drink it.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. And I see you already pushed out, and that was the easy choice.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, I still think it was a good sip, but it doesn't stand up to the 4 that are left, for sure.
It seems a tad young.
C is 5.
Is maybe what I'm getting.
Okay.
A tad young.
Yeah,
Either it wasn't finished
kind of
for very
easy
long
choice,
in the double oaks, or it's just a younger product and then was double oaked for a short period of time. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, that's last place. From here, I don't know. I'm gonna be on the bus.
Well, for me, next one for me would be B. That'd be me.
Mine would be A.
Are you serious? It broke my heart. Stop it. What are you doing?
And then it's B, D, and E, and this one to me feels more like a double oak than A does. I like the darkness of B. I think A is giving me similar vibes to C, and maybe its youthfulness. But I don't know.
I can go with A next. And these two are pretty close. It's just me. Right? I knew one thing for sure. When we're doing the tasting, these two stood out the most for me. That's a fact. So
it's interesting. B gives me like a little bit more of this sulfury note.
Really? Well,
which I'm gonna retaste. Digging.
I'm gonna retaste.
It's giving me similar vibes to the Still Austin X Blue Corn Bourbon Rye that just came out, that DSR release, and I dig it, but I don't know that it's gonna.
It's hot though to me, dude. It's hot.
This B or D?
D. It's hot. Yeah, that's my only qualm. That's my only gripe. It's pretty hot for me. And I know I'm not that guy. I'm not that high proof guy. I mean, that's facts. Great flavor. Really good stuff. But it's hot. So we'll see.
B is in third for me. So we just flip-flopped a little bit on A and B.
Okay. Sounds good.
It does drink a little hot. I feel the flavor falls a little flat.
Wow.
Too. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But E is thin. It's a little bit more on the thin side. I don't think the viscosity is quite there like D is.
But I love the flavor of that one.
It's fantastic.
And it sips wonderfully, too. It just does. But Trenton has a point. It is thinner than D. Yeah.
I almost want to like take a break. We're not going to. But I have these scored the exact same. Because they both have their pros and cons. The con of D is that the flavor falls a little flat, whereas E is a little bit more flavor rich throughout the sip. They're the same. As you have it at a 4, I have it at a 4.25 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, and that's only my scale, that's all. It's just, 4 was the highest score that I give anything in this particular blind, and both of them were, as I said, stood out the most for me in this particular tasting.
D is hot, and I think that the heat on the sip is potentially taking away from other aspects of the flavor that otherwise might be there, because I feel like they kind of want to like burst through a little bit.
And I'm thinking, Trenton, sooner or later that bite, and it's certain high proof alcohol for me, whiskeys, are not just, they don't give you the burn, it gives you a bite, just a real aggressive bite. And that's what this is giving me. Great flavor, I get it. But I'm not enjoying that one as much at the moment as I am E for that reason. And that's just me. Other people where I say I'm out of my mind, and I get that. For those of you who particularly like higher proof whiskeys, would probably argue that point. So
I know there's a lot of folks that do like higher proof stuff. Mm-hmm. I'd imagine this. I think this is one I said it was like 122 to 125 would be my guess.
Mm-hmm. So it's up to you, Trent. You can argue with me too. You know, I know we got to come up with the same winner, but you know, you can always talk me out of something too if you're that steadfast that I chose the wrong one here. But
I just took one more sip of E. Give me a second. I'm gonna take a sip of water and have one more sip of D. Just in time for Kurt to tell you about our barrel pick trip and where you can find us on our barrel pick trip.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, listen, this is going to be an exciting trip. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. Trent and I talked about this all the way back into late winter. And we were trying to figure out how we were going to schedule different barrel pick trips. And usually we do them separately. We really prefer to go to the distillery because you get a much better experience and a much better handle on what you like the most. And 9 out of 10 times, the people that are helping you there are fantastic, and they can also add to the occasion and make sure you pick the right barrel. Every once in a while, we have to do samples, but most of the time, we like to go. But if we cut it up all through the year, we're going to be bouncing around all over the place. So we came up with this idea to do a barrel pick trip. We're actually going to be leaving today. As this video is aired, we're recording it a couple days early. We're going to be on a plane heading to Baltimore, where our first stop is going to be at Sagamore. So I am excited about that. Our last trip to Sagamore, Trenton, was fabulous.
It was amazing.
We picked 2 ryes, and they were both great.
Barrel 14, barrel 66. 66 was Kurt's, 14 was mine.
And I was just going to say that. Some things, I am old. Some things I don't forget. And I do believe that the consensus was from our patrons that everybody liked my barrel better.
They did.
But hey, I'm just saying.
Kent and I both liked 14.
That's
true.
true.
A little bit more of a rye
Michelle
lover's
too,
rye.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Kurt's was 66, and that was a little bit more of a bourbon lover's rye.
Yeah. So we're going to start there. We're going to be going through, let's see, we're going to 5 distilleries in 4 states in roughly 6 days, I think it is. Something like
5
that.
days.
5 days even.
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to follow us, I will be putting updates daily. There's going to be meet and greets at most all locations. Patreon, Instagram, Facebook. That's where you'll find it. So, and if you have a chance, come see us. I saw you pushed out that. I have to stay with that too as well. So I have to. I don't know why this was out there, but this is my initial. The heat is just I love the flavor profile. I think it's fantastic. I cannot get past the bite for me.
I think the bite takes away from the overall sip. My like philosophy here, I would rather have a double oak that is a little bit more on the thin side and has more well-rounded flavor than have a double oak that seems to be a higher proof and that flavor just gets drowned out by the heat. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with this one.
And I think my biggest regret was pushing out B in fourth.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, these two had the same score going through, and I just retasted it. But it still wouldn't have landed. It still wouldn't have landed in top two.
No.
All right. Ready to see how...
Has this been the hardest one yet?
It's been very difficult.
Or no, the Russell's 15, the one we did with the Russell's 15.
You know, when you're picking, I've always said I'd rather have a clunker or two in a blind round because you can kind of pick that out. When you got some of your favorites going against each other, it's extremely difficult. You have to be very nitpicky. And I don't like to do that either, really.
I know. A lot of these products are very good.
We'll go with
All
yours.
of them are very good.
I want to look at yours. So we'll go with yours this time. So in fifth place, we were on the same here, right? What
C.
would be C?
C.
Maybe you can just holler them out.
Yep.
Tim.
Fifth was C.
Oh, breaking my heart. That was Short Barrel.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
It's breaking my heart.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For all you left to right, which bottle goes on which side, I apologize. I think this is right, but it might not be. I think since you're always on the left when they're watching, so
you're
first is
right,
on
because
your
I've always
side.
started
Yeah.
over here and I get made fun of, which is
Wow.
it's accurate.
That is not at all where I would have thought. I'm sad. I'm really sad
I wouldn't have
about
thought that either, but it is what it is. All right, so what do you got now coming on fourth?
A was fourth.
That's Peerless.
Wow.
Now, in my estimation, we started, as I said the other day, I would have assumed this one would have been our fifth choice. But no.
I would have agreed with that. Mm-hmm. I don't know about the Rebecca Creek, but I would have not have guessed that this would have been in fifth place. That breaks my heart a little bit. Okay.
What do you got next?
B.
Trenton's third place in B. Wow. Rebecca's Creek.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. That's the one I pushed out in fourth that I have a little regret about. So
that's middle, yeah.
There you go.
So it was flip-flop.
Very good.
You had Peerless at third and Rebecca Creek at
yeah,
fourth.
and that's the one that's the one that had that sour cherry note, which was really a neat.
It was.
Really a neat sip. And I guess that sourness kind of made me push it out where I did, but it's very unique. Really good. Really good.
Distilled in Indiana. That's MGP.
Okay.
Aged and bottled by Rebecca Creek, but it was distilled in Indiana.
All right.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
What's next?
Second place. So top two where we were wavering pretty heavily on this one. The second place was D.
13th Colony. Yeah, and you know what? Wow. So Conviction, I'll tell you what, this is the bottle that Marty from Whiskey Knows. He has his own whiskey YouTube channel. Whiskey Knows, Knows. Super nice guy. Give him a look-see and a follow. But this is their 2025-5 release for the Double Oak. And when he sent it to me, I opened it up to begin with, I knew it was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Now, let's check out this 13th Colony because as we know, that's a spectacular Double Oak. For me, the proof was killing me a little bit. I got to be honest.
So again, this is batch 642, bottle 3614. The proof is 130. Okay, I was way off on that. Well, this is 133.74, so almost 134 proof.
Yeah.
I've said this once. I've said it again. We've done a barrel pick at 13th Colony, and we love the folks over there.
Oh, wonderful people.
But I think this is batch 2. I don't know. Please let us know. Again, this is batch 642. I think that's batch 2. Huh. I think batch 1, the first one they ever did, was their best one. And not to say that this is a bad one, but they're as you have different batches and vintages and releases come out, you're going to have some that are better than others. And I truly believe that batch 1 or the first release of 13th Colony Double Oak was their best.
Yep.
And it's going to be hard to beat because it's dang good.
And we drank it up.
We did very, very quickly, and we scrambled to try and get another one, and that just didn't happen.
You know what, Trent? I'll say it once more before we get out of here. It was just the heat for me, and always, as my custom, what I've come to do is pick what I'm enjoying the most at the moment. And today it was bitey, man. It was freaking hot.
I think that is a really good way to put it, because not to say that any of these are bad. By
Not
any
at
means,
all.
there's a reason that they're in our top 5.
Not at all.
Is it? Oh, no. This is the one that I said I'm surprised it's in our top 5.
No, you said Peerless.
No, I said I tasted 3 and I was, or
Oh,
C.
yeah. Okay,
C.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You did.
Well, anyways, we're going to pretend I didn't say that. These are all good products.
It is. They're okay.
And it's all about what you're enjoying right now in the moment. Whiskey's very subjective, and there's so many varieties and factors that go into how you're tasting a whiskey in the moment.
Short barrel on this particular line was going against. I mean, it's just all
some bangers,
fabulous stuff.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
All
right. Well, hey, Conviction, Southern Grace Distiller. We will be there as well. Once again, Facebook, Instagram. Jump on our Patreon too. Our Patreon. We don't say that. We don't push it much, and we're just not those kind of people. We don't do that. But so many good things happening on Patreon. So many great things. So you'll get your quickest and earliest updates on anything and everything on Patreon.
And we have about 8 barrels dropping in the next couple months.
That's facts too.
So that'll be cool.
A lot. So yeah, this is Marty. Thank you, buddy. This is a fabulous bottle, and we're very happy to have it. That will be moving forward into the live stream, July live stream, which will be August 1st, to see if it can knock off Jack Daniel's 14.
All right.
See what happens. All right, guys, that's all we got for you today. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you there.